Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to today's sharing of Harmonize to Energize. My name is Terry Matthews. I'm presenting from the Scottsdale office of Jin Shin Jyutsu. And it's my honor and pleasure to share self-help practices from the art of Jin Shin Jyutsu. Anyone who's new today, welcome, 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 and welcome everybody. Happy Easter, Passover, Good Friday, whatever you're celebrating in your heart. Jin Shin Jyutsu, for the new, is the art of, or a art of, harmonizing life energy through the body. And the simplest way we can do that is by placing our hands on energy locks which feed into energy pathways in our bodies. So what we've been doing recently is working with self-help practices from self-help book number 3, the pink one. And Jerome Murray, when he was not feeling too bright, harmonized his whole life by holding finger holds or inju. Ba-ding, ba-ding. And the first mudra which we practiced last week was using the palm side of the middle finger, left or right. Here we are in spring, and the middle finger can represent the harmonization of two organ function energy flows that are, as it were, on the ascendant during spring, the liver and the gallbladder. So, without further ado, let's practice with the middle finger, but this time, instead of the palm side, we're going to do the B side, the back side. Yeah. So, for those of you that are not familiar, when we stand like this or sit like this with our palms facing out, we're encouraging descending energy. When we do this, we're encouraging ascending energy. So it's simple. You could actually walk along like this and exhale with your hands like this, and that will help the energy descend. And if you want to help your inhale, you can hold your hands like that. And then, of course, as with Jin Shin Jyutsu, as always, we can be more specific, and indeed we're going to be specific. Grip it, don't flip it. We're going to hold left and right middle finger. And the practice that we do is using the 36 breaths. Thank you. Just had to turn the brain on there. And the 36 breaths are 4 sets of 9 exhalation inhalations. And how beautiful that we're just into spring, because 9 represents end of a cycle, beginning of a new. And as we move into Easter, or Aestra, the pagan goddess, as she was known as, more light is coming through to us as the darkness recedes through the cycles of the seasons. We move into spring, more light comes, more chi or life energy moves up through the body and helps us purify, and also helps all the plants and trees and birds and bees. Wonderful. And that's what really, to me, resurrection is about. We're learning to receive what is the more pure aspect of our being, replenishing, rejuvenating, resurrecting us, soul, heart, mind, and body. And the inhale encourages that. But of course, if we don't let go of the baggage, we can't have a space to allow the new, the fresh, the new spring energy to come in. So to facilitate that, let's sit up straight or stand up straight. This can also be done lying down for any of you that have difficulty sitting up or don't happen to have a chair or whatever. Keep the back as straight as possible, because that energy likes to spiral up the spine, moving through energy centers, erstwhile Aka chakras. So let's sit up straight. And then let's choose to start on the left or the right according to which side feels the more tender. You can inspect your finger, inspect a finger, and see which of those fingers has tender fits. And as you know, we separate or segment the finger into bust line, waistline, and hip line. And if you find that one of those segments is more tender than the other, then later on you can do further exploration. Oh, goody, goody gumdrops. And then you can work with that area in your body. So choose left or right, grip it, whichever one, but it's not a too tight a grip. It's not tight. No. It's just feel. Just make a connection. Decide, which is a good gallbladder lesson anyway. I'm going to do the left. I'm going to do the right. Place your hands in your lap in the 15s. Remember, the energy likes to move down through the 4 at the back of the head, through the 15 in the groin, to safety engine lock 7 of a big toe. All right. Big toe, let's go. Not really that funny. But anyway, here we go. And we close our eyes, surrender, let go, drop shoulders. And as we exhale, the 4s open up and we let that Easter light in, that Passover light in. And it travels down through the front of the body, through the 15s, the groin, separates left and right, down the legs, into the big toes, goes deep, deep, deep into the earth, burrows down there where the rabbits are, and then turns back around, probably goes a bit deeper than the rabbits, goes down to the crystalline layer, turns around, comes back up the big toe, and then up again through the pelvic area, 15, 2 to the 4. Let's go. 9 times. An exhalation and an inhalation is one breath. Just let go of the burdens of the day, the week, the year, the month, the season. And allow the light to just enter your energy system. Let the dirt, dust, and greasy grime dissolve and build something new, which in turn is then purified and renewed in order to build again. Constant purification. Lovely jubbly. And why not? If you really want to be a great channel of beautiful, pure light, healing light, harmonious light, balancing light, then you really can't avoid purifying. Because most of us resist what is best. Not all of us, but most of us do. Because our minds tell us something different. Let go and grow. And each time we exhale and connect to the earth through the big toe, the 7s, we're going a little deeper each time. So as we bring up the cosmic purified energy from that level, we can purify even further as the energy moves up the spine. And eventually we arrive at the 9th exhalation, inhalation. And we're going to pass through that, pass over that, and then slip into the neutral gear. neutral zone. And just simply be with whatever you're experiencing at the time. And friends, it may not always be blissful. Sometimes it's anything but that. Because as we move blockages, they resist. They're quite happy where they are. Quite happy to have those habits. What do you mean? Get me out of the way. No way, Jose. And the resistance can create some irritability, this kind of thing, especially middle finger, which relates, we say, to liver gallbladder, and a disharmonized liver gallbladder is irritability, is the kindest word. But just breathe through it. We don't need to hold on to all the negative. It wants to move. Energy wants to move. So with that same finger, we're going to do a second set of 9. Keeping back straight, drop shoulders. Smile as the love rains through you. Let it rain, as my good friend Eric Clapton once sang. Actually, he's not my friend personally, but I like to think of him as a friend. So the second set of 9, from the 4 through the 15 to the 7. 7, 15, 4. And remember, that thumb is on the back side of the finger now. It's not on the palm side, where working with the inhale. We're accentuating the inhale. As a result, you may notice you're inhaling more deeply. But the body loves harmony, so you'll probably find it's also wanting to expand your exhale. Goody, goody. And the brilliant spring light is shimmering and spiraling through your energetic system, feeding all your cells, helping your cells exhale and loosen the debris that it doesn't want. These mudras help remove debris, especially from the lymphatic system. So our cells can be quite busy at times. So as we come to the 9th exhalation, inhalation, let's just sit in the consciousness, the energy that we are in now. And maybe as that inhale is expanding, you can feel the sensation like a babbling brook, like a spring. Third depth mediator is the water element after all, and liver and gallbladder come from the third depth. Mediator starts on the 3. It can be harmonized in the middle finger, just in case you were wondering. And sit in the relative peace and silence. It's always relative. Your peace is not my peace. But just be with it. So now, choose the opposite finger, middle finger, and the thumb's going to go over the backside of that middle finger to, as we said, encourage the inhale. And we'll go through 9 exhalation inhalations twice over, which in my math makes 18 altogether, but we'll have a little pause in between, Here we go. I like cats. Anyone else like cats? So simply allow the energy to flow. The more you allow that, the more you can grow. Your consciousness can expand. And rumor has it, we are nothing but consciousness. Energy is nothing but a bandwidth of consciousness. And as we're moving down and up, we're describing in many ways another egg. You talk about the oval or the egg when we talked about the main central. Well, this is also another egg. And as we allow the exhale and the inhale to join together in that oval form, we are reborn, rebirthing. And out will pop a little chick. Whack. And we're back at a different level. I say we're back at because many of us were there and we left. And in a way, the resurrection in that sense is a return. As Elvis once sang, return to sender. The universe sent us and we are returning back from heaven to earth, from earth to heaven. So let go. We don't want the limitations of our thinking, of our body to impede the bright light that we truly are, the light beings that we truly are. And as we reach the 9th exhalation, inhalation, just slip into neutral. And just be aware. Maybe you notice some part of your body that needs more TLC. Maybe not. Maybe you're just happy to sit in the silence. Or maybe you're just feeling like a happy bunny. Well, it is Easter. It's all good. If you get a chance this weekend, connect with nature. Connect with the spring season. The great artist is all around us. The natural world. So then we're going to do the last set of 9. Again, thumb on the backside of whichever middle finger. And let's go. And feel all that dirt, dust, and greasy grime melting away. Being transformed as it reaches the big toe, the transit area, and being purified as it moves up the legs, up the spine, back to the fore. Beautiful. And this beautiful cocoon, which actually has no boundaries, but our consciousness often sees it as an oval. It's just boundless light, endless, infinite light. And perhaps we're birthing new ideas. We're resurrecting the old and bringing in the new. In the freshness of spring. The sap shoots up the stems and stalks through the branches of the trees and plants. And through our spines. The sap goes through our spines like the tree trunk. We are cleansed, healed, harmonized, energized, revivified, rejuvenated. And as you come to the last exhalation, inhalation, the 9th end of the cycle, I want you to particularly focus on your feet and feel the roots, like the roots of the tree, which represents, in this case, third depth, spring, the tree. And feel that sap connecting us from head to toe, skin to bone, and deeply, deeply, deeply connecting to the deepest layers of the earth. We're rooted. And then that beautiful energy rises up from the deepest layers up to our spine, energizing all our energy centers. And we are reborn in this second, in this moment. We are not the person we were 36 breaths ago. Wonderful. How does that feel? Good? I hope so. You know, when you do these practices, don't get caught up with you must do 36. You can do cycles up to whatever. Have an intention of just allowing the energy to guide you, its natural intelligence. And then life will become a lot easier. It's the trust factor that most people don't have. Or put it this way, they have insufficient trust. Trust. Feel your roots. Root yourself. That will give you trust, that sense of groundedness. Okay, well, without further ado, before I just ta-ta, au revoir, and auf Wiedersehen, let's have a quick leer and peer at what's going on in the world of Jin Shin Jyutsu. And here we are. The webpage, www.jsjinc.net, with all the upcoming classes. Next Saturday, April the 10th, 2 p.m. EST, a 2-hour webinar with Ioli Lebenstein, Dr. Lebenstein, the stages of life, the different stages of human development, based on the correlation of pages 42 and 43 of textbook 2 of Mary Burmeister. Basic aspects of challenges, potentials, and needs of each age group, etc., etc. Register today, $35. Healing is in your hands, foundational principles of Jin Shin Jyutsu, also known as the Basic Seminar, begins April the 9th, presented by Anita Willoughby. This class has been approved for NCBT-MB for those of you that are masseuses, massagers, CEs, continuing education. Who should take this class? Students new to Jin Shin, returning students, those who want to work with clients as authorized practitioners, those seeking NCBTMBCEs. Seminars in 2 parts. Here are all the dates, all the times on New York. Class schedule, tuition there, and the organizer is Gala Cray. Register new, register review. And for anyone who's new, at the moment, because of the pandemic, we authorize people to practice Jinshin once they've done 2 online and 1 live. When there will be a live one, we don't quite know, but we're hoping before the end of the year. Okay, April the 10th, Introduction to Self-Care, Jin Shin Jyutsu, Self-Help Books 1, 2, and 3 with Cynthia Broshi. Cynthia's been on sabbatical. Might be interesting to hear and see what she's come up with that may be new and fresh and spring-like. Tuition here, foundational knowledge, skills of hands-on touch. Please contact Kelly Mount and Beth Lendrum, who was with us very briefly but beautifully last week. And then if you've missed any of these webinars, you can always look at the replays. There's many replays that you can go and purchase, and many subjects that have been covered over the year or so. So, my friends, that is that as regards what's happening in the Jinshin world in the next month. And I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're still taking care of yourself in the big sense and the little sense, remembering to harmonize your 15s and your 3s for your immunity, and your 23s, 15, and your 15s and your 6s, same side, and they'll help you boost and strengthen your immunity as we still travel through the journey of the pandemic. But it's Easter. If you can, go out, and if you have to wear a mask, you have to wear a mask. But connect with the life force, the energy of spring. Feel the upliftment of the energy, the inhale. Breathe it in. Let it feed your cells. Become strong. The liver energy feeds all the other organs of the body. So, as you're out there like the tree with your hands up here, or like a bunny climbing up the tree, draw in that energy through all the way to your heart, and then down to the liver, which is on this side of the body. Draw it in. Focus on the liver and gallbladder. Help your third depth. All right, everybody. Thank you. Look forward to seeing you next week. And I think I've got a guest. I believe. I'm a true believer. I have a guest lined up from Europe, from, I believe it's Austria. I could be wrong. I think it is. It could be Switzerland. But it's Europe. Anyway, it'll be a nice, pleasant presentation, I'm sure. So looking forward to that. Hopefully we'll see you then. And take care. And I'm going to finally zip it, not flip it.